Let's talk about a single, powerful realization. That late night gut punch feeling when you suddenly ask yourself, am I wasting my life? It's a moment so many of us have had, but honestly, very few of us truly face. So let's walk through it together. It always seems to start this way, doesn't it? Late at night, the day is finally over, the world outside is quiet, and everything has finally stopped demanding your attention. And in that quiet, well, there's nowhere to run. No more distractions, no more excuses, no more background noise to fill up the space in your head. And this is the crucial part. In that perfect stillness, the thoughts you've been so good at pushing down all day long, they finally break through. And their voice, it can feel deafening. I mean, really think about it, have you? That moment when all the busy work just stops, and one single, honest question is just hanging there in the air. What are you really doing with your life? And this is where that first quiet realization hits you. It's not some dramatic breakdown. It's actually just a moment of startling clarity. The truth isn't that you're stuck. It's that the path forward requires effort, and you've been actively, maybe even subconsciously, avoiding it. And this, right here, this explains so much about why we stay so busy all the time. Busyness is a shield. We use work, we use scrolling, we use endless distractions just to avoid looking in that mirror. Because silence doesn't lie. It just reflects exactly what is, or maybe what isn't, there. So here's a question worth sitting with for a second. What uncomfortable truth, what necessary task, what difficult conversation are you burying under a giant pile of to-dos? And then this thought hits you, and it just cuts through everything else. It's this powerful, almost terrifying idea. Just because you're standing still doesn't mean the clock stops ticking. The days, the weeks, the years, they're going to pass anyway. The only real question is whether you'll be moving with them. And oh boy, we all know how this plays out, don't we? I'll start tomorrow has got to be the most common lie we tell ourselves. But as you can see, that one single tomorrow so easily becomes next week, which then turns into next year, and before you even know it, years have gone by, all built on a foundation of delayed tomorrows. So why do we keep doing this? Why do we delay? Well, it all comes down to the comfort trap. I mean, look at it. Comfort feels safe, it's predictable, but it's also a cage. It keeps you exactly the same. But growth? That's the total opposite. It feels uncertain, a little scary, and it requires a conscious choice to step away from what's easy. Okay, so once you see that comfort trap for what it is, you arrive at the hardest truth of all. This is the real turning point. It's the moment of honest to goodness accountability. And this right here, this is where everything starts to shift. The real power comes from letting go of the excuses, just one by one. You start with the most common ones. You can't blame your lack of time anymore. You can't blame your difficult circumstances. You can't blame other people. Yeah, they're all factors, for sure, but they are not the root cause. And when you strip all those excuses away, there's only one thing left. And there it is. The profound shift from being a victim of your life to being the person in charge of it. Now, this is not about beating yourself up. It's the opposite. It's about empowerment. It's realizing, hey, if I'm the problem, then I'm also the solution. So, where do you go from here? Look, this isn't about some magical overnight transformation. Real change doesn't happen because you have a new thought. It happens when you take a new action, no matter how small it is. And the path forward is actually remarkably simple. It really is. It starts with just one decision. You're going to stop ignoring that quiet voice inside you. Then, the very next day, you don't have to change your entire life. You just have to take one tiny, deliberate step in the right direction. That's it. And that's really the core of this whole thing. This isn't about me telling you some secret you never knew. It's about you finally listening to the wisdom you already have. Because deep down, you know the next step. You've just been avoiding it. So I'll leave you with this final question. Be really honest with yourself. What is that one thing? The call you know you need to make, the project you should begin, the habit you need to build. Just let it surface. Because that thing you're thinking of right now, whatever just popped into your head, that's not your obstacle. That is your starting line. That's where it all begins.